Welcome to the Reputation Matters podcast. We're here to help you protect and enhance your online reputation. Tune in for tips, tricks, and expert advice. Ready to take control of your online presence? Visit yourrepmatters.com to learn more.
Okay, so everyone loves online reviews these days, right? I mean, like, who hasn't spent way too much time on Yelp trying to find a good restaurant?
Yeah, totally.
Especially for something like a new ramen spot. But you know what's funny? We got some really interesting stuff from you guys about how these reviews can actually be used for lead generation.
Yeah.
So we're talking specifically about this article, Unlock the Potential of Online Reviews to Drive Lead Generation.
Okay.
And it's a really smart angle, I think, because it's not just about, like, the star ratings anymore, is it?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's really about turning those reviews into like a strategic asset,
Oh, wow.
almost like a customer magnet.
A customer magnet. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the article starts off with the stat that 93% of consumers check online reviews before buying something.
Wow.
That's like almost everybody.
It really highlights how essential online reviews have become for businesses these days.
Yeah.
It's almost like modern day word of mouth, except it's happening on a much larger scale.
Right.
And here's the thing, 79% of consumers trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations from like their friends and family.
So basically what some random person on the internet says about your business is just as important as what your best friend says.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's kind of crazy when you think about it.
It really underscores the importance of actively managing your online reputation these days.
Yeah.
If you're not paying attention to what people are saying about you online, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to build trust and credibility with potential customers.
Okay, you've convinced me. Online reviews are important.
Good.
But how do we actually turn them into leads?
Well,
The article lays out these 5 key steps, starting with consistent collection.
yeah,
So basically, don't be shy about asking for reviews.
right. Think of it like nurturing a garden. You need to consistently plant seeds, in this case requests for reviews, to cultivate a healthy crop of positive feedback.
Okay.
It's about building a long-term strategy, not just a one-time effort.
So it's not enough to just send out like a mass email blast once a year and beg for reviews.
Exactly. You need to integrate review collection into your everyday operations.
Oh, okay.
Make it easy for customers to leave feedback at like every touch point.
Interesting. Okay, so let's say you've got that steady stream of reviews coming in. What's the next step?
That takes us to step 2. The SEO boost search engines love reviews.
Really?
Yeah, they see them as a signal of trustworthiness and authority, which can significantly impact your search ranking,
Huh.
especially for local searches.
Wait, so good reviews can actually help me rank higher on Google. Tell me more about this.
Absolutely. When someone searches for a business like yours in their area, Google wants to show them the most relevant and trustworthy options.
Okay.
Positive reviews, especially recent ones, act as a sort of endorsement telling Google, hey, this business is legit. People like them.
So it's not just about getting on page 1 of the search results. It's about getting featured in that little local pack at the very top.
Yeah.
You know, the one with the map and the top 3 businesses?
It's exactly.
Yeah.
That's prime real estate for attracting new customers.
For sure.
And reviews are a key factor in determining who gets that coveted spot.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm starting to see how this all ties together. But even if you're ranking high and showing up in the local pack, you still need to make a good first impression, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's where step 3 comes in. Showcase, don't stash.
Right. Don't let those glowing testimonials just sit on third-party sites. You need to bring them front and center, integrate them into your website and landing pages.
Okay.
Think of it as building a digital trophy case of customer satisfaction.
I love that. But it's not just about bragging rights, is it?
No, it's about strategic placement.
Okay.
You want to showcase those reviews in a way that guides potential customers towards taking action.
Oh.
So place them near call to action buttons, contact forms, or product pages to nudge visitors in the right direction.
So you're essentially using social proof to boost conversions.
Exactly.
It's like saying, hey, don't just take our word for it, see what real customers are saying.
You're leveraging the power of testimonials to build trust and credibility.
Now, this next step, engagement is key, seems a bit counterintuitive to me. We're talking about reviews that other people are leaving, right?
Right. But that doesn't mean you, the business owner, should be passive.
Yeah.
This step is all about active engagement, responding to both positive and negative reviews.
Okay, I can see how responding to positive reviews is pretty straightforward. Like, A simple thank you, maybe a little extra engagement if the review is particularly insightful.
Yeah.
But what about the negative ones? Those can be kind of tricky.
Yeah.
What's the best way to approach those?
The key is to respond to every review, good or bad, in a professional and timely manner.
Okay.
For positive reviews, express gratitude and personalize your response.
Yeah.
For negative reviews, acknowledge the feedback, apologize for any inconvenience, and offer a solution if possible.
So it's not about getting defensive or trying to argue with the reviewer. It's about showing potential customers that you're listening, that you care about customer satisfaction, and that you're willing to take steps to address concerns.
Exactly. You want to demonstrate that you're a business that takes feedback seriously and is committed to continuous improvement.
All right, so we've collected reviews, we're showcasing them strategically, and we're engaging with customers. What's the final piece of the puzzle?
Step 5 is all about amplifying the power of those reviews by using them as social proof in your broader marketing efforts.
So sprinkle those golden nuggets of praise everywhere.
Exactly.
Social media, email, newsletters, even ads.
Exactly. Remember that statistic about consumers trusting online reviews as much as personal recommendations?
Yeah.
Well, this is where you really tap into that. By showcasing positive reviews in your marketing materials, you're essentially leveraging the power of word of mouth on a much larger scale.
So it's not just about collecting reviews, it's about weaving them into the fabric of your brand story.
Right. You're showing potential customers that you're not just talking the talk, you're walking the walk.
Yeah. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here. We've gone from seeing reviews as something passive to understanding how they can be a powerful tool for actively generating leads. But I have a feeling we've only scratched the surface, haven't we?
Definitely. There's a whole world of nuance and strategy when it comes to leveraging online reviews for lead generation.
Well, lucky for our listeners, we're diving deeper. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll explore the psychology behind what makes a review truly persuasive and how you can tap into that to maximize your impact.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're going to continue talking about online reviews and all the potential they have to drive lead generation.
So in the last part, we talked about all those 5 steps that were outlined in that article. Remember those?
Yeah.
We talked about consistent collection and that SEO boost and showcasing those reviews strategically and then engaging with customers, both the good and the bad, and then using those reviews as social proof in our marketing efforts.
Right. We covered a lot of practical ground,
Yeah.
But now I kind of want to shift gears a little bit and delve into the psychology
Okay.
behind what makes a review really persuasive.
Right.
Because let's be honest, not all reviews are created equal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So what separates a good review from one that makes somebody actually want to buy something?
Well, think about the last time you read a review that really stuck with you.
Hmm.
One that genuinely made you want to buy something. What was it about that review that resonated with you?
I'm thinking about this one review I read for a noise-canceling headset.
Okay.
It wasn't really about all the technical specs and all that.
Yeah.
It was more about how this person could finally focus in their crazy office.
Uh-huh.
It was so loud and distracting and they could finally get work done. It was almost like they were telling a story about how this product improved their life.
Exactly. It's those personal anecdotes.
Yeah.
Those emotional details
Yeah.
that really elevate a review from just informative to influential, dry facts and figures, can only get you so far. It's the human element, the emotional connection, that really resonates with potential customers.
So it's not just about listing off all the features and benefits.
No.
It's about conveying feelings.
Right.
You need to make people feel something when they read it.
Precisely. People are more likely to trust something if they can see themselves in that reviewer's experience.
Right.
It's about creating that sense of relatability and authenticity.
Okay, so let's say I'm a business owner and I really like this idea of, emotional reviews.
Yeah.
How do I actually encourage my customers to share those kinds of details? I can't exactly force them to, spill their heart out in a Yelp review.
You're right. You can't force it.
Right.
But you can definitely kind of nudge them in the right direction.
Okay.
It starts with creating those really memorable moments throughout the customer journey.
Okay.
What are the small touches, the unexpected delights
Yeah.
that would make people feel genuinely appreciated and eager to share their experience.
So it's about going beyond just the transaction and focusing on the experience.
Exactly.
Creating a culture of customer delight that naturally leads to those glowing reviews.
It's about thinking strategically about each touch point and asking yourself, what would make this interaction so special that someone would want to rave about it online?
I'm starting to see a pattern here. It all comes back to intentionality, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's like collecting the reviews, showcasing them, or even crafting that customer experience, you need to be really deliberate about every step of the process.
Absolutely. And that intentionality also extends to how you ask for reviews.
Okay.
Don't just send out a generic "please rate us" email.
Yeah.
Instead, frame your request in a way that encourages customers to share those valuable emotional insights.
So instead of asking, how many stars would you give us?
Yeah,
You might say, what was the most impactful part of your experience? Or how did our product make you feel?
exactly. Give them those prompts that encourage them to go beyond the surface level and really delve into the heart of their experience. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say I've managed to get all these really emotional reviews. What do I do with them? Obviously, I'm going to put them all over my website and, marketing materials, but is there anything else I can do to really maximize their impact?
Absolutely.
Right.
This is where you can get really creative and strategic.
Okay.
Think beyond just pasting a quote on your homepage.
Yeah.
You can create visually engaging graphics featuring snippets of review, or incorporate customer testimonials into video content, or even feature customer stories on your blog or social media channels.
So you're turning these reviews into like mini marketing campaigns.
Exactly. You're amplifying their reach and impact by showcasing them in all sorts of engaging formats. And remember, don't be afraid to get specific.
Okay.
Instead of just saying, "people love our product," highlight a specific review that mentions how the product solved a problem for the customer.
Right. The more concrete and relatable those testimonials are, the more impactful they'll be.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, I want you to walk away with this key insight. Don't just collect reviews, cultivate them.
I love that cultivate them. It's about nurturing those positive experiences and guiding customers towards sharing those emotional details and then amplifying those voices in a way that truly resonates with your target audience.
Precisely. Because when you do that, you're not just building a collection of reviews, you're building a community of advocates.
This deep dive episode is sponsored by Reputation Matters. We want to help your business. Visit our website, yourrepmatters.com, for more information.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We've been talking about online reviews, how they can be like a secret weapon for lead generation, and how to really tap into the psychology behind those really persuasive testimonials.
Yeah, we've talked about a lot of like the positive stuff, but I think it's also important to address like the elephant in the room,
Okay.
the potential pitfalls, of online reviews.
Yeah, because, as much as we want to believe that every review is legit and, a genuine reflection of a customer's experience, we know that's not always the case.
Yeah, things can get a little murky.
Yeah.
The unfortunate reality is that review manipulation exists. Some businesses might try to buy fake positive reviews to inflate their ratings, or try to sabotage their competitors with fake negative reviews.
Yeah, so let's talk about those fake positive reviews. I feel like most people can spot a fake review pretty easily.
Yeah.
Like the ones that are just way too over the top,
Right.
or they use really generic language, or it just sounds too good to be true.
Right, you would think so. But some of these fake reviews are getting really sophisticated.
Really?
They're written by professionals who know how to make them sound like authentic customer experiences,
Wow.
making them a lot harder to spot.
So how do we protect ourselves as consumers from falling for these fake reviews?
Well, a healthy dose of skepticism is always a good place to start.
Okay.
Pay attention to the language used in the review. Does it sound natural?
Right?
Does it sound conversational?
Yeah.
Or does it feel really forced and promotional?
Yeah. And I also imagine that checking the reviewer's profile can be helpful too. Like, do they have a history of leaving reviews for other businesses, or is this the only one they've ever done?
Exactly. Look for patterns. Look for inconsistencies. If something feels off, trust your gut.
Yeah.
There's no shame in taking those 5-star reviews with a grain of salt.
Right. Okay, now let's talk about those unfair negative reviews.
Yeah.
The ones that are, maybe written out of spite
Yeah.
or with the intention of harming a business as a business owner. How do you handle those?
First of all, don't panic.
Okay.
It's really easy to get emotional when you see a bad review,
Right.
but it's so important to respond calmly and professionally.
So no matter how tempting it is to, fire back with a snarky comment,
Yeah.
just take a deep breath.
Exactly. Remember, your response isn't just for that one person who left the review.
Right.
It's for everyone who's reading those reviews and forming an opinion about your business.
So it's about damage control.
Mm-hmm.
You want to show potential customers that you're taking their feedback seriously, even if you don't necessarily agree with it.
Exactly.
Address the concerns that were raised in the review. Offer a solution if you can, and reiterate your commitment to customer satisfaction.
And what if the review is just completely false?
Yeah.
Like it's based on totally made-up information. You still have to respond, right?
Absolutely. Ignoring a negative review, even a fake one, can give the impression that you're not taking customer concerns seriously.
So how do you respond to a review that's like malicious and untrue without sounding defensive?
Yeah, you can start by acknowledging that you've read the review
Mm.
and that you appreciate the feedback.
Okay.
And then you can politely but firmly state that the claims that were made in the review are inaccurate
Right.
and offer some evidence to back up what you're saying.
Okay, so it's about staying calm, sticking to the facts, and
Yeah.
just maintaining your professionalism.
Exactly. And sometimes just a sincere apology for any inconvenience the reviewer might have experienced can go a long way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I guess the key takeaway here is that honesty and transparency are still the best policy. For sure. And for businesses, that means being upfront about how they collect reviews, encouraging both positive and negative feedback,
Mm-hmm.
and responding to all reviews in a timely and professional way.
And for consumers, it means reading those reviews carefully,
Yeah,
looking for signs of authenticity, and
Mhm.
trusting your gut if something feels off.
exactly.
Right.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of online reviews and lead generation, I want to leave you with this thought. Reviews are a really powerful tool,
Yeah,
but like any tool, they can be used for good or for bad.
that's true.
It's really up to all of us, both businesses and consumers, to use them responsibly and ethically.
I think that's a great point to end on. Reviews are really all about building trust and fostering those genuine connections between businesses and customers.
Yeah.
And when we approach them with that in mind, I think everyone benefits.
Well said. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
We hope you found this exploration insightful and that you're feeling empowered to navigate the world of online reviews with confidence.
Thank you for tuning in. Check back next week for our latest episode or visit our website, yourrepmatters.com, to take control of your online reputation. After all, reputation matters.